My name is John Dempsey. I'm the co-lyricist of The Pirate Queen, and I'm often asked what exactly a co-lyricist is. It's a sort of a strange thing. There historically have been a lot of co-lyricists, Betty Comden and Adolph Green, of course, probably the most famous. In this instance, however, Alain, because his native language is French, requires help with the English side of things. Now, Alain's English is actually quite excellent, but one of the big differences between French and English is that in the English language we have specifically stressed syllables. If I hit syllable, I hit the first syllable of syllable. But in French, whatever the French word is for syllable, I do not know, you could stress any of the syllables and it would be just fine. So specifically, I say I'm around to help with matters of scansion. I always liken two people writing lyrics to four hands repairing one watch. It's very intricate work. It is what I would call artistically intimate work, and as a result, Alain and I, when we started working on the lyrics for The Pirate Queen about 2 years ago, actually, it probably took us a good 6 months to just sort of get comfortable with each other as people and as writers. Alain has a very specific voice, very epic, very romantic. My voice is also very specific, I think. It tends to be a little more comic and a little more sardonic, perhaps. And the process was sort of like a Venn diagram. What Alain does, what I did, and we found the area where it overlapped, and then the area, of course, where that overlapped with the story of the Pirate Queen, which is a tremendous story. We've just had our Sitzprobe for the Pirate Queen. Sitzprobe, for those people who don't know, it's a German word from the opera world, I imagine, where you get the orchestra and the cast together for the very first time. You all get into a room, the orchestra plays, the cast sings along, and it's the first time the cast gets to hear the orchestrations. But most of the cast hadn't heard a single note, and I have to say, it was electric. I've been to maybe a dozen of these things in my time, and I've never witnessed one quite like this. The cast was literally on its feet cheering on a few occasions, actually. After 3 rather grueling weeks of tech, they've been going through it like troopers, and they've been absolutely amazing, but I really think they needed something like this. I think they needed to reconnect with the excitement of what this show is, and I think this really boosted their spirits. A few of them said to me afterwards that this was a night that they would always remember. I think a Sitzprobe for a cast is always a special experience, and I think for this show specifically, it's turned out to be an extraordinary experience.